G'day, I'm Jack, I'm a type 1 diabetic, and I have some freestyle news I need to tell you. This is going to be mostly for an Australian audience, so if you're around the world, feel free to drop a comment and let me know what your thoughts are. But in Australia, we've got some bad news. At the start of the year, my last video, or maybe it was 2 videos ago, I was very excited to share the FreeStyle Libre was getting on the NDSS. It was days away at that stage, and when March the 1st came about, the NDSS did not include flash glucose monitors, aka the FreeStyle Libre, and this is heartbreaking. I've reached out to the FreeStyle Libre team at Abbott, and they were very apologetic. They weren't sure why it was taken off. In fact, the government took it off the NDSS list, which was planned to be subsidised. So the ball's in the government's court, and they just dropped it. No idea why. There's been no press release about it. There's been no news. No one from the government has been able to answer any questions on why the flash glucose monitors are not on there. Sad news. I don't know if anyone in the local area has been reading newspapers, but I was featured in the Fedra Gully Belgrave Mail, speaking out about how the government does a diabetes flip. That's the family. So, yeah, it was, I'm actually surprised it got in here. But it goes on for me to say that I am devastated that the flash glucose monitoring is not subsidized. I have a family and friends with type 1 who were really hoping to be able to use the device. I really am calling upon politicians, on anyone from the government, to tell me why it's not subsidized. Is there an actual reason? If anyone knows any more information about this affects all diabetics in Australia. If I hadn't made that clear, let me know. Comment down below if you know the reason why it's not being subsidized. I'd love to find out. I'm going to be reaching out to the local government, and I'll even put it to the big guns to try and find out an answer why or when. In other shattering FreeStyle Libre news, the irony here is my FreeStyle Libre broke. I was up in the high country. I'll make that into a little video, but that's a separate thing altogether. But on that trip, my device stopped working, and I have not been able to get it working again. It's an old device. I've had this for years, and I literally just throw it in my bag. I don't have a special protective case for it. I don't even have like a pencil case to keep all my diabetic stuff together. I generally keep this in my pocket or just thrown in my bag. I treat it like a calculator. And the button, I think it's the button that has stopped working. It does nothing, and it's not charging. And I was pretty devastated about this, and I'm like, oh. On the hiking trip, I was lucky enough to have a FreeStyle Libre sensor on and synchronized to my phone, so I was just using my phone to check my blood. Recently there was a Diabetic Expo in Melbourne run by Diabetes Victoria, where FreeStyle Abbott were at the expo, and I reached out to them like, hey, my FreeStyle Libre thing broke. And they're like, that's fine. You've got 3 years. If you're in warranty, we'll send you out one quick smart. Went home, called them up. They wanted to know the serial number on the back, and from the phone call, I think I had this in under 3 days. But that's bloody brilliant. Good work, Abbott. If anything, your customer service is great. So I'm pretty excited to get this one started. Oh, part of the catch was my old FreeStyle Libre, I have to return it to them because my serial number had scratched off. So once again, thank you, Abbott, for just listening to my story over the phone and just going, yep, all right, just send it in and we'll suss out what the problem is. So goodbye, old Libre. Hello, new. It's exactly the same, nothing fancy here. If you haven't used a FreeStyle Libre before, I would suggest to try one. They are a bit pricey, hence the NDSS issues. Oh, and a button that works. So, and that's I guess good news. FreeStyle service, good. speaking to the FreeStyle team at the Melbourne Expo, I was asking when are we going to see the FreeStyle Libre 2? This is a new device that's come out in Europe. It has Bluetooth built within it, so when your sensor can talk to your device and let you know if you're going over a threshold or under a threshold, so your device will know something's up. So that's the FreeStyle Libre 2. We do not have it in Australia yet, and don't get too excited because speaking to the Abbott guys, there is no date for when it's coming to Australia. All Abbott is focused on is trying to get the FreeStyle Libre 1 subsidised by the government to make sure everyone can afford these things before they even think about importing the number 2. So that's on the bad news. That's sad news. If you have any news in regards to flash glucose monitors and why they're not on the NDSS, or if you know if there's any changes that I don't know about, please let me know. Yeah, also comment below. I mean, does this even affect you? Should these flash glucose monitors be on the NDSS? What's your opinion? Where's my microphone? Alright guys, like and subscribe, and yes, I'm trying to use a microphone now for quality audio purposes. Anyway, I'll catch you next time.
This video is going to be about FreeStyle Libre 2 and everything you might want to know about it. The new features, the alarms, differences and similarities with Libre sensors first generation, and my personal opinion. So let's get into it.